It's pretty bad when you don't know you're sexually harassing someone.
Yeah, it's bad when it's part of your personality. I mean, that literally what it was like. Andy Dick sexually harassed people. Everyone was like, yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, isn't that what he does?
You did hire him.
I kind of like the joke that George W. Bush tells every time he gropes a woman. The David Copperfield. Because he's old and creepy. Yeah.
But the dad jokes were my thing.
Right? That's exactly.
Here's my only thing.
Hold on. Let's be honest for a second, right?
H.W. wasn't it?
No.
It was old George. Yeah,
HW.
Yeah,
yeah, it's HW.
HW.
I always confuse them because they're both terrible.
I know.
So,
it's easy.
No, I just.
Be nice to Pappy George. He's gonna die soon.
As soon as I heard that, I was like, "Oh shit, Jesse!" Sounds like something he would have done.
You know what?
Jesse's at the sex club, and he's like, "Hey, I want to show you a magic trick because I'm David Copperfield," as he's like groping a woman.
The only leverage I'm gonna give George H.W. Bush is he's just about to die. Like, you couldn't possibly felt threatened by a 93-year-old frail man in a wheelchair.
If this was like 65-year-old
unless
President
you're a child,
George H.W. Bush, a little different.
I think the real problem are people like the guy who directed Rush Hour forcing the woman from Species to blow him.
Yeah, that's terrible. That's disgusting.
And then what was it? He made Olivia Munn watch him jerk off or something like that.
That's what I don't get. That's what they're all doing. That's a common thing.
Why does that turn you on?
I didn't rape anybody.
I just blocked the door so she couldn't leave and then forced her to watch me come.
But the other thing too is like,
I don't understand the whole rape thing. Like, what turns you on about that?
Well, look at the guy from MSNBC, Mark Halperin, like the author. He was like, "Yeah, I groped, I physically touched girls unwantonly, but I didn't masturbate in front of them. No, I didn't. That's not."
Yeah, he's like,
this is my line in the sand.
Guy on the bus.
I'm not like
jerking off.
I mean, I don't know why it's such a hard rule to follow to just be like, don't touch people that don't want to be touched.
Tonight's episode of Misguided Musings is brought to you by men. Don't be creepy.
We're sorry.
Oh, is this where we come in? Welcome to the episode, everybody. This is episode number 51. That's 5-1. That's
this guy anyway.
Yeah.
This is the first episode. It's going to be titled in the demand. Men, don't be creepy.
Well, this is our first Antifa episode.
Welcome to the first episode of Misguided
Anti-Farts.
We're all going to be cucks tonight.
Oh my god. All right. Let's not do that. This is just getting way out of hand.
You know, there's going to be a celebrity come out and say, "I didn't rape her. I'm a cuck."
All right.
I think that was Harvey Weinstein.
There it is. You guys heard Elizabeth Warren's account of being sexually assaulted?
Yeah, I believe it was. Sorry, everyone.
Jesus, they've been through so much.
You know how I'll make amends? I'll give her some blankets with smallpox on it.
I was gonna say fire water, so I guess we're both right.
I'm gonna give her $26 worth of pretty beads.
A Massachusetts senator who's not an alcoholic? I don't think that's ever happened.
So, apparently,
she does have 1/16 Cherokee blood, so she's 1/16 an alcoholic.
That's a wino, if you know what I mean. That comes with a prerequisite. It's like,
be honest, in
Massachusetts Center, you become an alcoholic.
To be honest,
and you become a really good driver if you like those.
All right.
Grindhouse movies.
All right.
To be fair, in this state, we will give our politicians one dead date as a pass. So let's just excuse her for her woo-woo lie.
Oh yeah, I mean, I just like to pick on her because it's sort of a silly thing to lie about.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean,
she's already a woman. Like, she's already got like a better chance of getting into Harvard than, say, like a poor white guy.
Well, I mean, let's put it this way, right? Being Native American makes her automatically gives her points at the top of the list for civil service jobs and stuff like that. So, I mean,
Oh.
By saying you're a minority, it just, it skyrockets.
It's not like I didn't check other in all of my fucking applications when I was in
Then
school.
you show up and they're like,
Jesse,
wait a
we haven't
minute.
banned the box yet. You do realize that.
Jesse's mulatto not an option on.
No, it's not. You have to go other and then say mixed.
They look at you and they're like, bald isn't a race, right?
Shut up, guys.
And if you say bald asshole, it's not a hate crime yet.
But seriously though, I've seen Jesse's applications and he writes other and then beside it writes hot dog neck.
All questions refer to neck.
I am 1/4 pug.
My father was Oscar Mayer.
You mongrel, you.
What, you don't have a seam?
When Jen gets bored, she just stuffs Skittles in the folds of his neck and waits for him to sneeze.
I thought
If she
was
waits
gonna
too long,
play
it
it like
comes
a
out-
xylophone.
If she waits too long, it comes out as one giant Skittle.
Skittles in there.
All right. Sorry, fuck. I'm just getting over a cold. Sorry.
Same here.
I want to improve your voice tonight.
Yeah, no,
Add a little
I'll,
femininity to
I'll have to edit out some of that coughing.
You're gonna have more.
it. Jordan's been taking
Yeah.
estrogen pills lately.
All right, let's jump right into it.
It's that soy milk.
Because I want to go to
What the
bed.
fuck is happening right
I'm kind
now?
of tired. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to do What the Hell America real quick?
Yeah, let's do What the Hell America.
Hell yeah.
All right, we haven't done this in a while. I figured I'd break it out.
New Jersey.
I'm gonna just say that this is strictly America. So
That's going to be a shadow for tonight, New Jersey. Go ahead.
Glasgow, Scotland.
sure.
You mean like the United States?
Yes. Yep.
No, that's
strictly
paid
So
like
not
Scotland.
South
strictly
America?
like no, like the United States of America.
What the hell?
Okay.
Scotland would just be like, there's still nothing in the lake. Get over it.
Now this first story is
Prehistoric
Actually,
whale.
let's do this first.
Listen up, please.
I'm glad you're here.
Mind orgasms and fantasies.
By the way, I want to say something that I absolutely love.
The back of my head may or may not look like a pug.
Somebody's misguided. The younger generation,
If you can wipe your own ass, then the other guy gets shot.
and I don't know that you notice it, but I do.
We found out who we truly are, which is a bunch of assholes.
Most of the time, it's because I'm turned away from you.
Why did you buy the vibrating strap-on pillow?
But there's something that I absolutely love.
Oh, I couldn't be happier.
Now, there was a time when we had to hide and we had to be quiet.
Right now, he's wearing a tinfoil hat.
Have you ever heard the term misguided? I've been misguided.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Welcome everybody to episode 51. I am at Muse Knuckle. Sarge is at Bastard Prophet. Matt is at Eclectic Taste. Maynard is at Maynard with an H somewhere in there. And Jesse is at the Jesse Miles. You can follow the show on Twitter at Musing Podcast. Follow us on iTunes, or subscribe on iTunes, Google Play, Podcast
Is it
Addict.
the or the Jesse Miles?
The?
I mean, the.
Like the. No.
The is like ye old Jesse
Right.
Miles.
No,
Oh,
that
I
would be
love
ye.
that comedian. He's so funny.
Ye old Jesse Miles is great. I love clean Jesse Miles.
I love his
too, but-
carriage jokes.
So you can subscribe to the show, iTunes, Google Play, Podcast
Like the one
Addict.
where he tries to tell about
Um,
going from Boston to Quincy and it took him a weekend. I love that joke.
Lots of stuff has happened since the last time that we have seen you or you've been with us, right? That
I grew boobs.
Kevin Spacey's molested
It's
8
that soy
people or
milk.
something, so that's a thing. He went from
Spacey's
being
Just the
Being-
guy from Dazed and Confused.
he went from being like an actor that's pretty good to being a creep very quickly. So, and then
Well, don't
He
lay
went
on
from
top
George
of 14-year-old
Clooney-
boys.
To Woody Allen.
well,
very
I mean,
quickly.
you know,
I guess we all know what's in the box now.
he
Child porn.
he said he entered therapy. Oh my god! Oh, yeah, I see what you did there. Maynard's still trying to figure out why you're equating that with Kevin Bacon.
Hey, The River Wild was a great movie.
I've been spending
Maynard's
a lot
going to
of
be like,
time
Kevin
on,
Bacon's gay?
been spending a
it's
lot
because-
of time on
it's because
IMDb
Kevin
lately.
Kevin Spacey puts his dick in children like Kevin Bacon gets an arrow through the neck in Friday the 13th. There's the equation.
All right. So we're gonna.
You know, the first time it came out, I was like, "Oh man, he's just a terrible alcoholic. He's just somebody who's trying to recover from a bad past." Then, like the 2nd to 19th story came out, and I was like, "Oh my god, he's just a horrible human being."
There's been more than one story.
There's like been 8 or 9 at least.
There was a production assistant who was driving him around, and Kevin Spacey wound up taking the wheel, and he was driving for a little bit. And right when they were just about to pull into set, he threw his hands down the guy's pants.
Oh, I didn't hear it.
But the thing is, they were like 2 minutes from the set. So it's like, where were you going with that?
Oy.
Now we can all love that movie scene where Al Pacino yells at Kevin Spacey. It is like, "You stupid fucking cunt. You idiot."
So basically, Kevin Spacey played himself in American Beauty.
Yes. You know what broke my heart is Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, that's a tough
I thought he was one of the good guys.
I like
I'm
Dustin
heartbroken.
What did he do?
Not anymore.
He was like molesting this 17-year-old girl on set in 1986 when he was filming Death of a Salesman.
God.
Yeah.
Well, he was playing in
movie, by the
character.
way.
That's
More
Willie
like Death of a
Loman.
Reputation.
Willie
there's my
Loman
dad
was not
jokes.
that guy.
Huh?
No,
on,
it's just
Biff.
depressing.
Let's
Everything
this
has been
young broad
ruined.
in the room.
I know, man.
I liked your dad joke, Jesse. All right, we're gonna. All right, enough of that. All right.
Okay, sorry.
Other stuff has happened. We still aren't at war with anybody other than terrorism. So I think
It's
there's a lot to be
President's on
said
his
for
way to
that.
Asia.
It's been 2 weeks and we haven't started another war yet, so we're good.
Remember when they killed Kim Jong Un's brother by like touching him in the face with like a
Brother-in-law.
poisoned rag?
No,
That was his
yeah,
brother-in-law.
it was his brother killed him. But yes.
Yeah, it
No,
was
it was
his
his
actual brother.
brother-in-law.
Yeah.
No, it was his real brother, man.
Oh,
It was
really?
his real brother.
Yeah,
Because a
Yeah.
brother-in-law you would understand,
Anyway.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is, the point I'm trying to make is, I just know Donald Trump's going to be in the neighborhood. That's all I'm saying.
Hey guys, what was your what were your Halloween costumes? Let me go first. I was a disappointed American, so I had that pretty much in my drawer anyway.
I was Bert from Mary Poppins.
Oh, I heard about that because you don't have a set of testicles anymore. They did a couple costumes, so she was Mary Poppins, he was Bert.
Yeah, Jordan. I'm sure I can look through your Facebook and find a picture of you being a hypocrite,
Probably
doing a couple's costume.
Probably, but I freely admit it.
Okay.
That you don't have testicles?
Yeah, no, they're in the
See,
jar in my wife's
I'm
purse.
a year
I'm not
in,
even
so
going.
I have half a one still.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only couple's costume I ever did was my wife was a pregnant nun, and I was Jesus.
Immaculate
That's pretty
conception
solid.
there.
Thank you. I'm pretty proud of it.
It was a U-Haul truck.
One time
Oh, no.
I was the
sorry,
BT oil
I
spill.
misspoke.
That was the
It was
best
a Home
costume I
Depot
ever
truck.
did. The BT oil spill.
BP.
BP.
Yeah.
BP.
BT. I'm saying that.
Also-
I thought you were talking. I think you mashed it up with BTK.
That
Pretty
killer?
So you're just a bad poet with a penchant for killing children, covered in olive oil.
Well, here's the thing. I try to think of myself as a jazz musician. If I hit that wrong note, I try to hit a second wrong note, and then the third and the fourth. Then it just
on
becomes
your way.
beatnik poetry, and then I'm doing "On the Road" by Jack Kerouac. Give it a baba. We are in
Pushes a shopping
Wisconsin.
cart with a typewriter in it and a giant spool of paper.
We were driving through Chicago, and then I ended up Green Bay.
Do you actually spell 3 how you mispronounce it?
Fee?
Free?
Free box.
Fee?
Free box.
Free box.
All right.
Hey, how much does that cost? Free box. I'll take free box. I'll take
Fee
it all
falling?
day, twice on Sunday.
Okay.
That's my favorite song about
It's actually the-
Occupy Wall Street by Tom Petty.
All right.
Fee
all right,
falling.
Enough.
All right. Well, you're the one who's dragging ass, man. Let's go. What
I
the
just-
hell am
I
I
wanted
doing?
to know-
$3 is probably how much you can rent a truck from Home Depot now that the stock's fallen. I didn't even know you could get trucks there. That store just got so much more interesting.
I know, isn't that
We should
awesome,
really just
man?
start banning assault trucks. Sorry. We should
And
close.
the
We should
heart
close the
disease,
trunk
man.
show loophole. I swear to God.
You know what? We should give everybody trucks.
I was on board with that when they started trying to ban assault-style pants. Remember?
This wouldn't have happened if everyone had a truck. everyone was driving trucks, they could have stopped that truck.
Oh boy! All right. Enough.
So what the hell?
I think people on bicycles are the real
what the
terrorists,
hell?
to be honest.
USSR?
All right. So what the hell? What the hell, America?
I thought it was USSR.
This headline is a throwback to our storytelling days. And
Throwback or throwback?
It's a throwback, and I think Maynard will specifically Maynard will appreciate this one. For those of you who don't know, what the hell, America? I give a headline. The guys guess where it is. I tell them they're all wrong, and then let them know where the story took place after I give you some details. So, the headline: Mom accused of driving minivan with son and plastic pool tied to top.
Oh, it's like the mattress lady.
Yes.
Yeah. The suspect allegedly said her dad let her do things like this when she was young.
Tennessee.
When was the original? The original one was in Baltimore, right?
New Jersey.
I'm going to say Maryland.
I'm
I have
gonna
a feeling this is
say
Maryland.
Wisconsin's been getting a lot. So
I'm going Tennessee. I'm throwing a wild.
I'm going New Mexico.
New Mexico, Tennessee, Maryland, and what was the other one?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
See, Matt.
Oh, Wisconsin's a good
Matt
one.
Googled it and he got it right.
No, I swear to God, I did not Google
A
that.
mother in Wisconsin is facing
Wow.
a felony charge of recklessly endangering safety after she allegedly strapped
I did not. I
her
was just thinking the
9-year-old
Jack
son
Kerouac.
to the top of a minivan on top of a plastic pool.
You know, when he said Wisconsin, for some reason, it made a lot of sense.
Well, Wisconsin's been coming up recently
Amber-
in the previous
yeah, it's
episodes.
a place of weird
Amber
shit.
It is.
Schmunk.
Schmunk?
SCHMUNK.
Oh my
The
god.
sound.
Of-
It sounds like a fungus that your cum
Of
gets.
Fredonia was
I got the
charged earlier
schmunk.
this month.
Fermented cum. That's what it is.
The officers received a call reporting a child on top of a vehicle holding down a plastic pool.
No.
Oh man, it's even better when you read it out loud.
It's bad when your last name is the same as the sound it's going to make when your child hits the pavement.
Oh man, I schmunked all over myself.
A witness later reported seeing Schmunk pull over, take the child off the minivan roof, and wedge the pool inside the vehicle before dropping it off at the sister's house. Officers arrived on
Sorry, I
scene,
schmunked in your
questioning
hair.
her about her son's
You
alleged
smoked up.
wild ride. They said she admitted
Schmuck
to the
for
boy
president.
was on top for only a short amount of time, maybe 20 to 30 seconds.
20 to 30 seconds? You're full of shit, lady. That kid was probably up there for at least a solid 15 before she was like, hey, wait a minute.
She's due back in court.
Yeah, but he was
Against the
loving every
law.
second.
She's due back in court November 14th. This literally happened recently. So Matt is up one with the help of Google.
Does anyone have that moment where like you look back in your childhood and you're like, I was actually abused?
Oh, yeah.
A close family member really broke the law with
Yeah.
me. Like,
You
I
know when
remember,
you're
like,
abused
my
when you
uncle
don't
would put me
remember
in his
like
lap and let me
before
drive
12.
his Zam on a. Well, yeah, like my uncle, he put me on his lap when I was like 7 years old, and I would drive his fucking Trans Am on the dark streets of Cape Cod. And I was like, oh man, this is great. But I'm thinking about it now. Like, if I had done that with my 5-year-old kid and I got pulled over, I'm going to fucking jail. At the least, I'm getting a sobriety
Times were
test.
different, man. Times were different.
Or when you're in
They
your
really
therapist's
were.
office and you're just like, you know what? That's not how adults shake hands.
All right. All right, you ready for this next one, guys?
The snake tamer.
All right,
my God.
Here's the next one.
All right, let's go.
This was in the
I like to go
news.
dark
This
with
was
it.
in the news recently as well. A blank
Was it about Las Vegas? Because it's too
a blank woman on horseback charged with DUI.
I'm going to
soon.
guess Texas.
African American, please.
No. Is this one of those things that's so not a black person? Texas.
Not an urban, not an urban state.
Matt already said Texas.
Oh, that cunt.
That's a term of endearment where I'm from. Thank you, Jesse.
North Carolina.
I'm going to say New
South
Hampshire
Carolina.
for some reason.
I've honestly seen this lady's goofy face pop through my Twitter about 100 times, but I can't remember where it took place. So I'll say Oklahoma.
A Florida woman
Oh!
may have to pony up
not guessing
after
Florida
police
recently.
busted her for riding a horse down a busy highway while intoxicated.
That's a foreshadow.
Polk County Police arrested 53-year-old Donna Byrne and charged her with drunk driving after multiple callers called
her name's
911
Donna.
to report a woman on a horse was hoofing it down the highway.
Yeah, but was the horse drunk?
It was definitely a Donna or a Cheryl.
Officers.
That's such a Quincy name, Donna Cheryl.
Officers did a sobriety test and said she gave breath samples that registered a blood alcohol of 0.161, much higher than Florida's legal limit of 0.08.
Oh,
higher than anyone's legal limit.
Hey, do you guys remember Shitty Cheryl back in Quincy?
Who's
You have to be
that?
more specific.
That crazy chick who used to buy all the lottery tickets.
You mean
and
a
then she'd
third
like try
of
to bum
Quincy?
money off you? No, she used to try to bum money off you for lottery tickets. The name Cheryl just made me think of it. She's like an older woman. She was like in her 50s when we were teenagers.
Although I will say, I was in Quincy the other day and I saw a sign for the Quincy Psychic, and I was like, dude, that's the easiest job in the world. All you have to say is you or someone to you will get addicted to opiates. That'll be $50.
Check your.
Oh, she's
You are
so
going to buy
insightful.
Bud Light
She's
in an
right
hour.
every
Check
time.
your.
Check
Check the chat if you want the picture of.
You're gonna get real used to
Oh,
weight
there
buffets.
she is.
Oh, you know what though? I bet she gives one hell of a blowjob. There's no teeth in that. There's no teeth.
A real gummy right there.
Oh God, yeah.
All right.
The
That's
nice
a Haribo
texture on
melt if
that.
I've ever
All
seen
right,
one.
gentlemen, let's move on,
Oh.
please. Our next
Is
headline.
that Kid Rock's sister?
All right,
Bar with the bar,
all right, gentlemen.
bro.
Gentlemen, our next headline. Mayor quotes Jay-Z after not guilty DUI verdict.
Wow. What's the quote?
Michigan.
Baltimore,
No, that's a city. Think of what state it's in.
Maryland.
What did he say? What was the
I'm
quote?
not going to give it to you until I get into the story, so you have to guess what state.
I don't know.
Oh, gotta be Detroit.
Oh,
And
already
it's
said
definitely the
Michigan.
cop speech from 99 Problems.
I'm gonna say all right. Well, I mean, I'm pretty confident in my answer, so I guess I'm just gonna say I don't know.
I'm gonna take back
Fuck.
what I said because I think very white people like Jay-Z, so I'm gonna guess Vermont.
I'm gonna say Michigan.
I'm gonna go North Carolina.
I have to go with Michigan on this.
All right, we've got our answers in.
It's gonna be Maine.
Florida again.
A South Carolina mayor quoted rapper Jay-Z on Twitter after he was found not guilty of driving under the influence. In the words of Jay-Z, "Not guilty, y'all got to feel me." Greenwood Mayor Wellborn Adams tweeted Thursday after the jury found him not guilty after deliberating for 5 minutes. Turns out that on a technicality, the trooper didn't go over the paperwork for blowing into a breathalyzer or something.
Oh,
So they
snap.
didn't give him time to fully.
There's one Carolina.
He didn't really
off.
give him the time to fully read the form consenting to the test.
Well, I know the mayor of Detroit got in a lot of hot water,
So,
and so that's
after
why I
3, Matt is in the lead.
God damn.
I'm going to give you 2 more. A blank
Okay.
10-year-old steals family car, leads police on a high-speed chase.
New Jersey.
thought. New York. I'm gonna say New York.
That could be anywhere.
You really could, but I feel like it's New York. I've been wrong all the time, so
Get out of
New
my
York.
pick. You're literally like the guy on The Price is Right that adds $1 to the other person's. I say New Jersey, and you go, I'll go next door.
I was actually gonna say Chicago when Matt picked Michigan, but I was like, wait a minute, that's Rahm Emanuel. He's not gonna quote Jay-Z.
So I got New Jersey, New York. What else are people guessing here?
Georgia.
Matthew?
I think Matt died.
Maybe he got the bottle of wine. Got him.
Matt's gonna say Cleveland, Ohio.
Good guess.
It was Drew Carey.
Ohio 10-year-old steals family car.
God damn
You're welcome, Matt.
Ghost
Moon
Matt
over
gets
Parma,
the
bring
point.
my love to
A
me
10-year-old Ohio
tonight.
boy didn't spend his Thursday morning
Hello?
in school or at home playing video games.
Matt, you just got a point because Ryan Sarge answered for you.
I know, I heard it. I actually said Missouri.
No, you didn't.
No, you said Ohio.
He got Ohio.
During the chase, reaching speeds of almost 100 miles an hour.
What the fuck's up, Ohio, New Jersey, Wisconsin, and Florida recently?
The joyride lasted less than an
Do you
hour.
guys know that
was the
Ohio-
boys' second in 2 weeks.
Wow.
Oh god, that
Sarge,
kid's
you
awesome.
had told me Ohio has the largest amount of serial killers. Like, everyone thought it was
Yes.
Washington State, but it's actually Ohio.
It's Ohio. They actually just caught
The
another
boy
one
said
recently.
he stole a car because
I
he
can't
was
remember the
bored.
story, but
So go him.
well, I mean, he is in Ohio. There's not much there.
That's probably why there's so
He and
many
his
serial
friends will
killers. You
interview
get so
hood rat
bored,
things.
you're like,
I don't know if any of you remember that video.
Oh, it is boarding school.
I remember that
All
video.
right, so on a technicality, Matt's got 2 and everybody else has 0, so this is just for bragging rights now. The last story of What the Hell America. A blank man arrested for trying to punch police horse in the face.
Louisiana.
Let me think.
Philadelphia.
You're not even mentioning state, Jesse.
Pennsylvania.
I
Massachusetts.
I definitely feel like that's a I feel like Philly would just punch a horse if it walked into Philly.
I feel that's a hometown thing.
Be like, hey, I see that fucking horse is wearing an Eagles jersey.
Dude,
This
we
is
got
Steelers
lost.
country, you fairy.
We
What
got
are you, a
lost in
Denver
Philadelphia
Bronco?
one time.
that
fucking
horse
Patriots
fucking
game.
took my girlfriend. That horse has a bigger quack than mine. Fucking gave her a good
All
time.
right, Matt,
I'm
we
gonna
need a
fucking punch
statement.
that
You're like
horse.
part Boston, part
Matt, we need a
mentally retarded.
That
Just
kind
now.
of is
we need to-
Philadelphia.
Somebody already said Massachusetts, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna go New York.
No, you're gonna say Georgia.
With the help of Google, Massachusetts man arrested for trying to punch police horse in the face.
Hey!
Did it.
You know what? I'm actually sitting right here with him, and I'm looking at his computer, and he is actually scrubbing one out to the picture of that lady. So I'm gonna pull my head
Yeah.
back.
I still got that lady up here.
Massachusetts man arrested for trying to punch a police horse in the face at a street festival, according to Worcester PD.
It's in
I
Worcester.
knew
Okay.
that happened.
The incident
around here.
occurred on Saturday.
What is it about meth mouth that just makes you come harder?
The man was quoted as saying, "You think you're better than me, House?"
the incident?
You may be bigger than me.
What do you think? I'm some kind of dummy? I know you fucking my
The incident
girl.
occurred Saturday when
Did you
police
just
were
call me
responding
a
to
queer,
a disturbance.
Mr. Ed looking
I'm going to give a
motherfucker?
bonus point if anybody can tell me where this disturbance happened at the street festival.
Oh, it's got to be Lawrence.
No. So we know that
just
it's
said
in Worcester, but what part of the street festival was the disturbance at? If you had to think that there's a festival and they've got all sorts of booths and like,
Is it a country
it was just
festival?
a street festival.
It was a
it
state
the
fair.
beer-
So
God.
there's like all sorts of booths and food places. Where did this disturbance take place?
The fried dough.
To be a god.
I don't know.
I'm going to give the
These-
extra point to Maynard. He was close with the beer tent. So the police officers responded to the disturbance at the beer tent.
Oh yeah. Where else would it take place?
How can you
The
punch a
man,
horse?
59-year-old.
Like in my head, I'm trying to wrap my mind around the concept. You're mad at the cop, so
Please be
you
a
punch the
Fitzpatrick or
It
animal.
something.
reminded
Have you
him
ever
of a
been to
cop
Worcester?
that busted him for prostitution. That's why soliciting. It was just like, yeah.
All right.
Well, that's because all Worcester prostitutes look
The
like
man,
a horse.
59-year-old Donald Pagan.
Why the long face?
All right, back on me. The man, 59-year-old Donald Pagan, tried to walk between a column of police horses when the officers asked him to stop. Pagan stepped to the side of the horse, got into his aggressive posture by quickly raising his fist in an attempt to punch the horse in the face. The horse instinctively jumped back, away from the male, which caused a hazard to Mr. Pagan, the officer, and the horse. He was charged with assault and battery on a police officer.
Sarge, are you saying
resisting
all
arrest
Worcester
and
women have
interfering
hooves?
with a police horse? I shit you not, he was charged with interfering with a police horse.
That is the best
You
charge
can't assault
ever.
police
All right.
animals.
Wow, so we've had a woman DUI'd on a horse.
Blue
and
animals
we've had a guy
matter.
attempt to punch a
And
horse.
in a stunning
Wow.
turn of events,
Right,
it's a
Jesse?
two-way tie between
year is this?
Google and Maynard and Matt. Ladies and gentlemen, what the hell, America? We will be right back.
Do you like to put your junk in his stuff? Are you so fucking ugly you can't get a crack whore to touch you for all the crack in Rob Ford's casket? Does your dick have friction burns from all the tug jobs you have to give yourself because you look like Willem Dafoe's taint after a day's worth of hangover shits? Well, brother, we got your gross, nasty ass covered. At Sully's Adult Books and Halal Meat Shop, we have everything to suit your weird fucking sexual proclivities. We got fleshlights, fuck pillows, penis pumps, and all kinds of shit. You can shove in all kinds of places. Short on cash because you just got a lap dance from Destiny down at the Glass Slipper? No fucking problem, kid. We have the largest selection of gently used pre-owned marital aids in Rhode Island. Do you need to try before you buy? We got viewing stations that we clean hourly, so you don't accidentally encounter another guy's love jelly. So come on down to Sully's. We got all the shit you need to put on or in all the places that smell funny. We even have porn for queers. We don't care who you fuck. Unless you're into kids or retards or something. Oh, and Sully's is an equal opportunity employer. We got no problem hiring a black.
One of my coworkers was like, well, it's that time of year. And she was like, that doesn't make any sense. And she was like, well, why is it not warmer? And she's like, well, the sun is closest to the earth in January. And she was just like, oh my God, like, that can't be. That's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. And you could just see the coworker just looking at her and is like, well, that's science for you. She didn't just want to go through the science basics with her. It was just like, oh my God, you didn't learn science after 4th grade? And by the way, this woman is the what's it called? Sorry. The supervisor for our company. So, we're fucked when it comes to actually something.
Welcome back to the episode, everybody.
Oh, you didn't fucking air that, did you?
Well, this isn't live. This is a recording.
We're not live.
Yeah, no one but us heard that.
Because it's a recording. So.
And I'm pretty sure your coworker is never going to listen to our podcast.
Probably
if she doesn't know why the sun's lower in the sky, I'm pretty sure you're safe on computers.
What's with this ad?
If I'm being honest, with the Earth being flat, how does the sun stay that close?
I'm going to go ahead and 100% agree with you.
Right.
Why don't we ask Kyrie Irving?
It's just
that?
Science.
He's just trolling everybody.
Welcome back to the episode, everybody.
Why'd they do it with Kurt Schilling?
Do you think that's the same
Nazi
noise that lady without
sympathizer,
teeth makes when she blows someone? Welcome back to my mouth.
No, because it was just sound like something like this, and you just say, "Welcome back to the episode, everybody."
Leave Kid Rock's sister alone.
All right. Anyway, welcome back to the episode. We are.
By the way, folks out there, if you really want to troll somebody, troll at Garrick38. He's a wonderful person to troll, and he will actually respond to you.
Okay, welcome back to the episode, everybody. We are.
Let's see how many times you can make Jordan say "welcome back."
Welcome back.
Should I?
They actually played that in Walmart yesterday.
Oh, wow.
That's a song? Who's it by?
God damn it.
So welcome back to the episode, everybody.
If you're following along,
we are so sorry that you have to put up with Matt tonight.
Is it Otis
I'm
and
not
Haltz
sorry. I
that
love
wrote
Matt.
this song?
God. So Sarge did something special for all you folks this evening. He reviewed a movie. It's a terrible movie, I think.
Isn't it Joel
No,
Williams?
actually, so I ran into a little snag with a terrible movie.
You watched it.
So
and
instead, I
liked it?
watched a really old movie instead.
Oh,
Well, good.
is it one that we're all going to be able to talk about still?
Yes,
Harold-
it's one that you're all going to know, actually. You should all know this film.
Harold and Maude.
Is it a film or film?
It's,
It's neither, actually.
I mean, it could be a film, But if you watched it as a film,
will you produce
you
film
probably
watching this movie?
committed some kind of sex
film
crime.
is what Harvey Weinstein leaves on your back.
That's uncomfortable.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. So
Is Willem Dafoe in it?
So as we all know, Halloween. So as we all know, Halloween just happened, and so I thought it would be nice to watch an old movie, an old horror movie, and review it with a fresh set of eyes.
Forrest Gump.
Nosferatu.
So a lot of times people watch like an old horror movie that's really
Pleasantville.
popular, and they think to themselves like, "Yes, Pleasantville," and people think to themselves like, "Oh man, this movie's a masterpiece," because everybody before me who's seen it said it was a masterpiece.
I'm just gonna put this out there, but Leave It to Beaver was not what I expected when I showed up to the theater. Sorry, go ahead.
Actually, I saw the sequel, Leave It in Beaver, and it was a lot different than I expected.
Oh, I did
Because
not
it was
see
that time of the month.
You know, you can't actually go hard on a beaver. You can't go hard enough. At least that's what the woman kept saying. Anyway, long story short, I decided to review
Provocative.
The Exorcist.
Oh,
So I sat down. I drank about...
who's fighting in the background of somebody's?
Maynard keeps getting up and then punching stuff. I think he can't come.
I'm having a bad week.
She's
He's
got
trying
no
to work
teeth,
on
man.
his
It
film.
should be an easy slam dunk.
He's
Anyway,
trying to produce some film.
So
All right, The Exorcist.
So I watched The Exorcist, and I was trying to watch it with like kind of like a modern understanding of the way the world works. And the first thing that I learned about the 1970s is everyone fucking smokes. There's a scene in that movie, like basically the whole first half of the movie.
So does Quincy.
Somebody is fucking ripping cigarettes everywhere. In inappropriate places. There's an MRI tech fucking smoking a cigarette next to the MRI machine.
Sometimes you gotta
70s
chill out while you're
was the
X-raying
height.
people.
Smoking.
Everyone's ripping a butt. And then, like, the weird thing is people are just kind of walking
Such
around
a
with
freer
unlit
time.
cigarettes in their mouth. You watch the mother, Ellen Branson, she's just got an empty cigarette in her mouth. Like, she hasn't lit it yet. She's just wandering around
Sarge,
with
do
a
you
cigarette
mind
in her
if
mouth.
I interject?
Or as some of us like to call the good old days.
Are you sure this movie wasn't filmed in Great Britain? And it wasn't foggy?
So
I have no
what
idea
are
what's
the
happening.
thoughts,
So-
what are the thoughts you got about
so
the
here's some other things.
Exorcist?
Non sequitur.
Did you know that, like, nothing...
Axe again.
So want to get back to smoking everywhere.
Did you know that nothing scary happens in this movie for, like, an hour?
Oh, yeah.
Crab walk.
It's a
The crab walk happens
long
at, like,
con.
Number 59. It really is the fucking long con. Nothing scary even happens until like minute 59 of this movie.
It's
Those
a
are the
very
best horror
pro-religious movie, too. A lot of people don't realize that. It was written by a
Yes!
Catholic.
Well, the power of Christ compels him.
What the hell is a
Well, so-
Catholic?
They spent like 15 minutes of the movie in Iraq for some reason, and
Mostly
trust me,
milk.
it's not that nice. And then the priest picks up a rock that's shaped like a
I'm
face.
really glad
and
that
then
Christian just keeps going. Totally overlooked the cow pun.
okay. And so anyway, long story short, then it gets scary, right? You've got a 13-year-old girl talking about being fucked in some weird, terrifying voice. It almost
It
ruined
actually
my boner.
sounds like the film industry in the 70s.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was this a Weinstein movie? Early work.
No, it's a movie about dusting someone's Hoffman.
Oh my god.
Kevin Spacey was DP, but he wasn't director of photography.
All right, so then we get to like all the scary shit, and so, and I'm watching it with my wife because we're she's staying up later now that my kids sleep later, so she's like, "Oh, I'll watch The Exorcist with you." I'm curled up in the couch in a fear bundle, wrapped in a blanket, and she's just sitting there on the couch knitting. She's like, "This movie is not scary at all."
That's because she doesn't have a
And
heart.
I'm thinking to
I've met
myself,
your
every
wife.
time my wife closes, what?
It's because she doesn't have a heart. I've met her.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like every time she closes her eyes, it's just pictures of orphanages burning. I'm like, how are you not scared of this shit right now? She's like, oh, it's just not that scary to me. She's like knitting. Mind you, this woman's afraid of midgets. Like, actually phobically afraid of midgets. Can't be in the same room as them.
Also,
Yeah,
if
for
you're
some reason,
ever
The
in the
Exorcist
same
did
So
No.
she's
room-
never seen a Tom Cruise movie?
That's why they should make an adult version of the movie Thinner, where like an old Indian man touches someone and is like credit, and his credit score keeps falling, and he's like, I can't stop it. And then your wife would be like, that's horrifying. It's the scariest movie I've ever seen.
Did that happen to you, Jesse? Was that all
right? So no, I did that to myself. I put my credit on a diet.
If you ever get in the same room as Sarge's wife for whatever reason, and you mention the word jugular.
Get in the same wife.
Yeah, well, you know what happens. If you ever get in the same room as Sarge's wife,
room, she has had a lot of kids,
and just mention the word jugular and also the word moist. Those seem to bother her quite a bit.
Moist is not a nice word for anyone.
Those two words are the best way to ruin a night.
Oh, moist is...
But anyway, so we get to the end of The Exorcist.
It's like sopping.
Yeah, and Turner would be like, hey, baby, you want to get sopping tonight?
Let's make it damp in here.
I'm going to dampen up the room.
Is that moss on your veg?
Oh, man.
And I'm going to make your
pleasure
cooter
swamp, darling.
like Katrina. It's going to take weeks for FEMA to clean it up.
Your surface is going to be like Iceland covered in moss.
Oh, man. Let me just get a piece of that sweaty ham wallet.
So, I want to turn your hatchet wound into Puerto Rico after a flood.
Oh,
you're not going to have power for years.
I'm going to poison your crops like Harvey in Houston.
I'm gonna turn you inside out.
Condescending white men will throw towels at it in a vain attempt to dry it.
Jesse's the worst, like, pillow talk ever.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna make your panties look like that face cloth that's in the corner of the shower that I don't know who it belongs to.
We need to put jazz music to this.
I'm gonna throw
really
some cat litter down so I can make some traction.
So this is the end of the episode. We can't get any better than
condoms
this.
Like a snow tire.
I want to make the sheets look like your boots after you didn't kick them off properly in the winter.
Oh, man.
That's some
I'm
poetry
gonna mow you
man.
until weird fart noises come out.
Oh, God.
Oh,
that's terrible.
We're on a spectrum.
I'm gonna make
Put my
farts
hand
come out
on
of
your
your front
thigh. I
butt.
want it to feel like a cold drink on a hot day.
Oh my God, this is the worst Exorcist review ever.
Or best.
No, this is the Exorcist episode.
Or best
Oh, I'm
Exorcist
so
review
happy.
ever.
Oh.
All right, get
Long
to the
story
short,
movie,
more
man. I want to hear
horrifying.
when all the shit goes down.
Could you
Oh,
imagine
man.
if the demon was really bad at like threatening talk and just started saying that stuff? Your mother's in here, Damien, and she's as wet as the inside of a crock pot lid midway through the cook.
Well, nowadays, horror would be like, your interest rate has gone from 5% to 10% on your student loans. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm ruined.
I'm gonna make you wetter than the inside of a Poland Springs water bottle that's been sitting in my glove compartment for 3 weeks. What?
It's pretty wet.
Is anyone else turned on right
It
now?
was made in Jeremiah's fucking bathtub. They fucking bleached it instead of, like, purifying it.
Oh, boy.
I want to make your pubes look like a 45-year-old's forehead in a steam room.
Oh, God. We're running out of jokes.
I want to
Alright.
give you friction burns so bad we gotta go to CVS after and get some bacitracin ointment.
Oh, boy. Oh, it's so bad. I think we've ruined next segment, which was just Jesse's pillow talk, 20 minutes.
You picking up some Bengay? Let's pick
All right.
up some Bengay.
Let's go back. I'm gonna do you so good. You're gonna have muscle cramps, and I'm gonna need to rub them out afterwards.
What?
I mean, you said Bengay. I just thought old Bostonian people fucking.
I'm going to fuck you so good you're going to forget you have stretch marks.
Baby, I'm going to give you the keys to the chocolate dungeon.
Oh.
Eleanor, pick up your boobs because I'm going to do you so hard you're going to not have Alzheimer's anymore.
I'm going to fuck you everywhere, baby, even in your fucking track max.
What the fuck is that?
What is a track max?
Please. Oh, track marks. Track marks.
Oh, wow.
And I just killed the
I have
joke.
an advanced degree in Boston Scottish.
So, I'm going to put your sandwich on layaway.
I'm going to take my Nazi memorabilia and put it on collateral for all my debt.
Oh
my God.
All right, back to The Exorcist.
So anyway, long story short.
Damien absorbs the demon and then pusses out like a bitch.
It was a scary, terrifying movie unless you're my cold-hearted evil wife.
She was right up like the Sahara that night.
Directly up Jesse's butt.
Billy's not here, Mrs. Torrance, but Jack's gonna make you really, really wet, like the inside of an old person's mouth sucking on a Werther.
That's funny. I'm just running.
I'm going to draw the alphabet with my tongue on your front butt.
Gonna play the trombone through it. I can hit a fucking C note.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
I'm going to make you so wet. It's going to be like it's Japan, and I'm going to cause a nuclear spill or something.
If any of our listeners actually care, if you could just take your favorite horror movie quote and make it sexual for us and just put it on Twitter, that would be great. Just post it to our Twitter. Your favorite sexual horror movie quote. Like, for instance...
In all space, work and no play makes Jack lower himself down on a cantaloupe.
Please, for the love of God, Twitter, don't let me down. Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God, Predator. If it comes, we can fuck it.
Let's stop.
We all gape down here.
This episode's gonna get worse.
Oh, God.
If we continue, this episode's gonna get worse.
I'm not gonna do an Arnold, but could you just, Jesse, in your best Arnold impression, could you just yell, "Get to the butthole, please"?
Get to the butthole.
No, it'd be better if you said, "Get to the Sibian."
Hide in the track marks.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
We'll be back.
This episode is totally derailed. Let's take a break. Hey, y'all. Are you buffing your musket so much you got friction burns? Are you polishing your pistol so hard it looks more like a pea shooter? Are your shots all pop and no kick? Have you ever wished you could clean your pipes and clean your chamber with the same sticky goo? Well, sweetheart, we have a solution for you. Try Scottish Matt's Love Gun Lube. Want the smooth finish of a water-based lube with the sparkling shine you can see the reflection of a small libertarian government in? Our lube even comes in flavors for every taste. There's 9 millimelon, strawberry short Glock, and lemon Denang. So whether you're launching your meat missile or getting your arsenal ready for a showdown with those Antifa queens, we've got the premium love lotion and weapon cleaning solution for you. Never get stuck in a bad situation or your own foreskin again.
All right, and welcome back to the episode. We are going to finish the episode out.
Kevin Spacey.
We are going to finish the episode out with the worst places we've been. I'm going to go first.
Kevin Spacey is a babe.
And
Kevin Spacey has a face like the white version of Seal.
I was saying he had a very feminine look and quality.
He's never gonna survive.
In the gay community, he's called
unless
a babe.
he gets a little crazy.
Prison is going to be the best thing that ever happened to Kevin Spacey.
Where are these sisters I keep hearing about?
Suspects. He's just gonna walk in there with a limp. He's such a great actor, he'll get out of it.
He's like, I did Shakespeare, right?
He's gonna walk in and be like, guys, I saw Shawshank. Point me to the direction of the sisters. I got something I could show them.
He's like, hey guys, fill me out like an application.
He's like, yeah.
Oh god. So what are we talking about?
Kevin Spacey wanted to be filled like a jelly donut.
And then he wanted to look like one afterwards.
What's in the box?
Not Kevin Spacey. He's the
So
only
we're
thing
talking
that isn't in the
about the
box
worst
ever.
So
places.
basically, Kevin Spacey was like Barney. He only appeared when the adults fucked off.
So this segment is the worst places we've ever been in.
I mean, who Kevin Spacey was so good at planking? Unfortunately, it was in the worst places.
Worst places we've been is the last segment we're gonna do for you guys, and I am gonna go ahead. Philadelphia, it's terrible. But I realized something about Philadelphia. The reason that they are all so terrible and awful is because they put Cheese Whiz on steak and cheese, which is just a fucking abomination. And then the city's really really only known for the fact that Sylvester Stallone ran up some stairs in a montage once.
Great montage.
It was a fantastic montage. I mean, but if you had to rank the Rocky montages, I would have 1, 2, and I don't count 5 as a movie.
Appropriate.
That sounds like the condition of his face paralysis.
4, 3, 1, 2.
I love that they got the dude from Heroes just because his face is frozen in the same spot Stallone's is. You can play his son. You got the same mouth thing.
I didn't have a stroke. Stop making fun of me. Oh boy. Anyway, so Philadelphia, terrible. Everybody there sucks, including the sports teams. Fuck the Flyers. Fuck the Eagles. Fuck the 76ers. Fuck the Liberty Bell.
The Phillies, you forgot the Phillies.
Oh yeah, and the Phillies. They're awful too.
Wise man once told me, just because you have a crack in your ass doesn't mean you're the Liberty Bell.
Always Sunny is cool. It can stay.
Yes.
Yes.
I did like Always Sunny. I'm sad that it's off the air.
No, it's not. It's coming back.
It'll be off the air after this one season, though. Because everyone else is doing other.
It's got 2 more seasons.
They're
just going to do it every 2 years.
No, it's just got 1 season
I
left.
read the contract on
FNX.
Oh yeah, you read the contract, Harvey Weinstein. Thanks.
That.
No, it's FNX. That's Rupert Murdoch.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'm sure you and Rupert go way back, don't you?
Yeah,
Mine
we
was
do.
Philadelphia too. Just include it with Jordan's. It's a terrible place. There were cornfields. I got bit by spiders. Got yelled at by a woman for asking directions. I was like, we were looking for the museum in Philly.
That's not how you told the story originally.
We were like, excuse me, ma'am.
I want to know. No, you need to tell the story like you told it in the break.
She was an angry lady.
You need to tell the story like you told it in the break.
Absolutely don't. Cover this through context because we pull over, we're like, excuse me, ma'am, do you know? And before we could even get the address out, she just goes, I don't know nothing, and just runs away. I was like, oh. And then like where the people we were staying with lived was like next to a cornfield, which is terrifying. And it's just endless and easy to get lost. And we just got bit by spiders in the night because Philadelphia is a terrible place, and even in your sleep, you're not safe from its horrible crap.
Pennsylvania is a city.
Pennsylvania
you sure
is a
you were in
fucking
Philadelphia?
shit state.
Yeah, Philadelphia is
You can't
awful.
get more than the 6
You
one
sure
there.
on the outskirts of Philadelphia?
You sure that lady wasn't like one of those rare black Amish?
No, it was basically like the Quincy to Boston.
Are you sure
Philly
you
to
weren't
where we
sitting
were.
in your living room, high on shrooms?
No.
You ever seen that movie,
Shrooms
The
doesn't
Village?
do that to you. Movies have you tricked.
Jesse.
What about LSD?
Nope.
St. Philly's like
You just get really sweaty.
Quincy to
Yeah,
Boston.
and the walls breathe.
No.
That's it.
Philly
I went
is
to go
fucking
renew my
Whitman.
T-Mobile contract on
Yeah,
acid,
we know.
and I
We
did
heard
it
that
just
last
fine.
story. We heard that last episode.
Did we?
Yeah, remember because the wood started breathing. So
I'll
all
go
right.
next.
So there's two of us for Philly.
So the worst place I've ever been to is Florida, and let me just give you a piece of advice. If you guys ever want to go to Florida and you've never been, it's a fucking tacky, horrible, humid despot. It's a fucking hemorrhoid of America. And if you want to
Isn't a
ever go to
despot
Florida,
like a
just
bad
book a
ruler?
hotel in fucking a Holiday Inn in Route 1 in Saugus in July, and you'll experience Florida. Go to Hooters at 4 p.m. It'll be the same old fogies there. That's Florida for you. Next dude.
So as you can tell, Jesse and myself and Matt didn't do a lot of show prep, but here comes Sarge to save the day.
Worst place I've ever been, hands down. My ex-girlfriend Emily's vagina. It was like fucking a keyhole.
Oh, you totally roboted there, so I don't think the listeners heard the word vagina.
Hands down, worst place I've ever been is my ex-girlfriend Emily's vagina.
It was basically like that scene in every horror movie where the hull gets breached and someone gets sucked out through the tiny hole.
It was
Yes,
like
it was like
fear
fucking.
in the Hellraiser.
It was like fucking a keyhole. It was like fucking a keyhole.
So could you say?
I think I might have left like maybe the first layer of skin in there.
Sarge actually used to be uncircumcised before he dated her.
And the thing is, she was like. Thing is, like the worst part is like she was super turned on. She was
when
one
I
who
was
initiated.
16?
She initiated contact, and I'm part Irish, so I've never been too big for anything. And
you ever see that scene in Ace Ventura 2 where he comes out of the rhino? Imagine that in reverse.
Sure,
That's
so
basically what it was like having sex with her. Yeah.
If I could just for a second, you ever accidentally tighten a zip tie too tight on your finger and it turns purple, and then you don't go to the nurse's office because you're afraid of getting in trouble, so you try and get it off yourself. Is that kind of like?
You ever drop a quarter in between the seat cushion and your car door, and you just can't get to it?
You're like, how many times can I like put this elastic on my finger?
You know when you're a little kid and you go to the carnival and you win a prize and it turns out to be those shitty Chinese finger cuffs?
Yes.
It's the first time you ever used it, so you panic a little bit because you can't get it out.
You ever get a ring as a gift and it's half a size too small?
Is this the rest of my life?
But you gotta put it on to be polite.
You ever been
And you're
really
pretty sure you're gonna have to cut
and
it
you
off
sat
after
in
that
the fucking
day?
airplane toilet seat and you hit it a couple of times? And one of your ass cheeks get fucking caught.
You ever?
All I'm saying is I was trapped in this girl's front butt for like at least 15 minutes.
You ever have a strawberry milkshake and the piece of strawberry gets stuck in the straw? You can't get the milkshake out.
You know it's bad when
You ever
we're
get a
pulling
Chinese
out
sunburn on your arm? That's what's bad with to my penis.
when in every thrust you're not coming out further, you're just pulling on your dick skin.
Oh man, it's the only
Ow,
time in my
ow,
life I
ow,
ever
I need
felt
to
like a
thrust
black guy.
lines.
Only time in my life.
You ever tried
For that one
jerking it
moment,
and
I was
all
a
of a
black
sudden
guy.
like your cum just gets caught in your foreskin and it creates a thing called film
Nope.
and you have to fart it up?
What happened? What happened?
How did it wind up in your butt?
Oh, what happened?
They have weird ways to masturbate in Scotland. That's all
I
I'm
gotta
saying.
go.
Anyway, long story short, yeah, that was easily
It was
the
a
worst place
pressure
I've ever been.
situation.
She was a sweet girl. She was a very nice girl. I felt terrible for breaking up with her
Emily's
because
are
of
always
that. But
sweet.
yeah, I mean, I've never met an Emily that wasn't like a very nice, sweet person.
I never met
It's
an
not
Emily
her
that
fault
was
she
a
had a
cunt.
vagina like a black hole.
No light
Soundgarden
or
wrote a
Oster
song
penis.
about it.
Honestly, the Doctor Who's theme song just popped into my head.
But instead of the TARDIS being bigger on the inside, it was a lot smaller than I thought.
All right, Maynard, you gotta close us out here on a high note.
The worst place I've ever been to is the bathroom at Penn Street Station in New York City.
Why is he serious?
It is the
I'm
worst.
dead serious. It is the worst place in the world.
I mean,
it smells worse than a porta potty, and it's an entire
it's a room. It's a whole room. It's a whole room that smells like the Middle East.
If the bathroom at Penn Station smells anything like when the doors open up when you're on the train at Penn Station, I'm not interested.
I remember going in there once. I was hungover and I really had to poop.
Oh God! You had to poop at Penn Station,
dude. I opened the door. I walked in there. I realized that there were no stalls whatsoever. There was stalls, but there was no doors.
It's like prison.
I was fucking gun shy back then, so I couldn't poop with people making eye contact and staring into my soul while I'm scrubbing out a brown note.
What do you mean back then?
Back then, well, I mean, when you join the military, you can kind of poop anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, long story short, at one point I was holding the guy's hand. It's a weird thing. It was warm.
Listen, so I have to ask, because we've all been to public restrooms. What's with the guy who can't seem to aim for the urinal? It's a giant.
You mean Harvey Weinstein?
That's every guy at Penn Station.
You're right.
It's either heroin or he's
everything
too
but
much.
the urinal.
I don't get it.
Just imagine that it's Kid Rock's sister.
If you're an adult male, and you can't piss in a urinal, I just don't. I mean, physics would say that you could hit it 60% of the time.
It's got a little lip on the bottom that cups your balls.
It's
be able
because
to
they
hit it
cough when they
100%.
pee.
So did Emily.
Falling over drunk.
No. Emily had two very strong lips that were like the plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
So you're telling me that if your dick was coal, it would have come out a diamond?
Yes. Instead, it came out even more Irish than it went in.
It came out and was going.
I was the opposite of a black guy when I came back out.
Oh.
You're a blackout when I came out.
All right, but seriously, the bathroom at Penn Station is awful. But you know what they had at Penn Station for a long time, which was delicious? Krispy Kreme.
You have people that used to give you pieces of paper that said, "Give me money on it"?
No, Krispy Kreme.
That's such an unfair tactic because you can't say no because I can't hear you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, but you can.
You never had that guy come up to you on the subway in New York with a piece of paper and he's like, "Hey, I can't hear. Give me $20."
Speaking of that, Speaking of that, right? You ever notice that when people have a language barrier, instead of trying to figure out how to communicate with them better, you just start screaming?
I don't do that. I just talk slower.
No. You don't notice it, but you also talk louder because somehow talking louder is going to help them understand you better. I've seen it happen.
So the thing about airline food, am I right, guys?
Thank you
Women
for the
be
end
shopping.
of the show. I apologize for my extreme drunkenness. Everyone else did a really good job tonight.
This has been your best episode.
And Jesse, you have the tagline?
So
Matt's like a Somalian now.
I didn't think we were wrapping up yet.
You're welcome.
We're not. So
Matt's a sommelier. He's a
Scottish
pirate from Africa.
Somalian.
So anyway, Maynard, is there a particular story that you want to share about the Penn Station bathroom, or was it just the Penn Station bathroom?
No, just I've only been there once.
And Kevin Spacey put his finger in Maynard's butthole.
No, there was no.
While he was trying to pee, it was weird.
No,
and was like, "This dictates ownership."
Yeah, I've been to a lot of places.
Kevin Spacey's been banned there since 1987. Go ahead.
Hey, can I just say we've come a long way as a society when a man can sexually assault another man?
I mean, it's still not acceptable.
No, it's not acceptable. I'm just saying, we've turned a corner.
Let's go back to
30 years ago.
Let's go back to Maynard's situation. So Kevin Spacey's got his finger in his butthole, and Jesse comes in and says, "Oh, I missed all the fun."
And then
Where's
he
all the
lowers himself
film?
down on a cantaloupe.
There's this one.
Worst place ever.
Jesse's standing in a puddle on the floor, and he goes, "Oh, it's already sopping."
Hey, I'm just trying to provide some free advice to any of our listeners who might go to Penn State.
If you have to poop when you're at Penn Station,
hold it.
Just
do what every
it
other
in
civilized
someone's
New
mouth.
Yorker does, and do it on the seat.
Oh yeah,
I just hope everyone that's listening.
Just don't go in the bathroom.
All right.
I hope all of our listeners
Mwah,
are as wet as a towel you dropped in the pool.
I hope you. All right. I hope
You're
you
as wet
enjoyed-
as a Russian hotel bed. Go ahead.
All right.
As wet as my wallet on a hot summer day.
Like a punctured 1980s waterbed.
Like my back in 100% humidity on a 98-degree day.
Wet as a slick
I want to
seal.
let your bathtub overflow and be inconsiderate of your downstairs neighbors.
All right. Thank you all for joining us on this lovely episode number
galoshe
51
on
of Misguided Musings. We are at Musing Podcast. I am at Muse Knuckle. Sarge is at Bastard Prophet. Maynard is at Maynard. There's an H in there somewhere. Matt is at Eclectic Taste. Jesse's at the Jesse Miles. Really, the only one worth following is Sarge, because he's the only one who's actually active on Twitter.
And please troll Garrick38.
And
he's a Bastard Prophet.
If you listen to this episode and you have a fun horror movie tweet.
If you could turn a horror movie quote into a porn quote, please DM Sarge. Follow me and DM me or
don't
at
even
me. I don't care.
even just at the show or DM the show or let's keep it to the show or any of us. You've got all of our Twitter handles, and the best one we'll definitely share on episode next. Was it 2
I don't
weeks?
think I've
2
ever
weeks?
done a show on a brain tumor.
Oh boy,
Jesse.
What? Oh, you're welcome and we're sorry.
Kevin Spacey's got a good dick.